Hey guys, it's Sarah here. Welcome to my little corner of the internet. Before we dive into today's crazy story, I just want to say, if you like what you hear, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and you don't want to miss any more of these insane day-in-the-life stories. Trust me, there's always something wild happening. And let me know in the comments, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on a random day? I swear, after hearing about your wildest stories, I'll feel a whole lot better about mine. Hey, I'm finally home. God, today felt like a marathon. I love the idea of getting to just chill and talk to you now. I can't even explain how much I need this. It's like every little thing at work today just piled on top of me, and it's only now that I'm finally, truly breathing again. Let me tell you about it. So, you know how I mentioned that weird office talent show thing? Yeah, well, it happened today. And let me just tell you, I was not ready for the chaos that was about to unfold. The whole week leading up to it, people were talking about it nonstop. Mr. Thompson was basically treating it like it was the next Olympics or something. He kept saying, "Let's make this an event to remember." Which, of course, just made me want to hide under my desk every time he said it. I really wasn't looking forward to being a part of it. But guess who got volunteered to be a judge? Yep, me. Because apparently, having a pulse and a semblance of professional behavior qualifies you for making snap judgments about people's talents. Do I look like Simon Cowell? So I get into work this morning, and everything's already a little tense, you know? People are nervously rehearsing or prepping their acts. Some people were genuinely excited, like Angela from HR, who was doing this. I don't even know how to describe it. Interpretive dance. I was honestly just praying no one made eye contact with me while she was practicing, because that's the kind of thing that could get stuck in my brain forever. And then there was Hailey. She's still so new, you know. She's been trying so hard to fit in. I get it. I do. But today, she was in full swing trying to get people to support her performance. She was like, "Sarah, I'm doing a magic trick. I know you'll love it." And I had to smile and be like, "Of course, Hailey. I'm sure it'll be great." But inside I was like, I hope this doesn't involve pulling a rabbit out of a hat, because if I see one more lame trick today, I might lose it. Honestly, I should have known the day would be chaotic from the moment I stepped into the office. First thing, I spilled coffee on my blouse. Like, really? Couldn't I have just had a normal morning for once? I had to borrow a cardigan from Claire, and she was already giving me that look like, "Oh, Sarah again." I love Claire, but she can be a bit of a neat freak sometimes. I just felt so off. Anyway, the talent show started at noon, and everyone shuffled into the break room, which they'd transformed into this. I don't know, makeshift performance space. It was really just a tiny stage with a microphone that sounded like it had been pulled out of a thrift shop. Honestly, I was ready to just hide in the corner and pretend I had somewhere to be, but I couldn't. Nope, I was stuck in the front row, holding my judge's card with a big, forced smile on my face. I'm telling you, some of these people. I'm still trying to figure out what I saw. There was Jason, the IT guy, who thought he could rap. Oh yeah, I don't know who told him that he had any rhythm, but the poor guy just looked so uncomfortable on stage. It was painful to watch. I had to give him a polite clap because, well, that's what we do, right? We don't want to crush anyone's spirit, even if their performance is a car crash. He kept looking at me, probably hoping I'd give him some kind of reassuring smile, and I didn't know what to do, so I nodded. Like, "Yeah, buddy, you did something." And then Hailey's magic trick. I'm trying not to laugh, but it was it was something. She made this big deal about it, and then she pulled out this tiny plastic cup and was like, "Okay, watch closely. I'm going to make this disappear." And she did this weird shuffle with the cup, and it was so awkward. The silence in the room was deafening. All I could think was, is this real life? I didn't want to be mean, so I gave her a thumbs up, like, well, you tried. The real kicker, though, Angela's interpretive dance. Look, I love Angela. I do. But when she started twirling around the stage, I swear, I wanted to crawl into a hole. I couldn't look away, but I also couldn't breathe because I was so mortified. She got really into it, arms waving around like she was auditioning for a role in Swan Lake or something. But there was this one moment where she tripped on her own foot and fell flat on her back. It was like slow motion. I almost jumped out of my seat, but I held it together. The room went dead quiet, and then, thank God, she got up like nothing happened. I'm fine. Just part of the performance, she says, grinning like she planned it all along. I could feel my soul leave my body in that moment, anyway, after all that. Chaos, the whole thing ended. People were talking about it, laughing, and honestly, it kind of helped break the tension in the office. But at the same time, I couldn't wait to get out of there. I was exhausted just from watching it all unfold. You'd think that sitting there and judging people's attempts at being creative would be easy, but no. It was a mess. So I grabbed my bag and headed out of there as fast as I could. I needed to clear my head, so I went to that little cafe down the street and got myself a big cup of iced coffee, probably too much caffeine, but whatever. After work was when I finally felt like I could breathe again. I sat there for a while, just watching people walk by, and I thought about the whole talent show. Honestly, I'm probably going to laugh about it for weeks, but it also made me realize something. We take everything too seriously sometimes. We get all wrapped up in the pressure of performing, whether it's in front of a crowd or just in our everyday lives. And for once today, I felt like I could let go of the pressure and just be. Even if it was at the expense of a few questionable performances, now I'm home. I'm so glad to be off the clock, sitting here talking to you. I just need to relax, recharge for tomorrow, and try not to think about Hailey's magic trick or Angela's dramatic dance moves. But at least it gave me something to talk about. I'm sure the office will be buzzing about this for days. Maybe I'll even get a few more questions from Hailey about how to perfect her magic act. God help me, anyway. That's my day. I'm done with office drama, at least for now. So, how's your evening going?